Milton, Florida. Ever heard of it? Today, we're going to be talking about its rich history, its beautiful scenery, and what makes it a truly great place to live. If you're new to our channel, we would love for you to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. I am Jamie Walker, and behind the camera is my father and business partner, Phil Baker. And we get calls from people like you all the time who are thinking about moving here or even getting stationed here. Now, whether you're moving here in 7 days or 70 days, we would love to speak to you. So you can shoot us a text, send us an email, or even schedule a Zoom call with us. We would love to see your face. But for now, let's get right into the video. Milton is a small city located in Northwest Florida in Santa Rosa County, North Santa Rosa County to be exact. And it's just east of Pace, Florida, and a little bit northwest of Navarre, Florida. Now, currently, Milton has a population of about 11,000 people, which is a 50% increase since 2000, likely due to military relocation and people just seeking a quieter lifestyle. The city of Milton itself only covers about 5 square miles, so it's rather small, but the larger Milton area covers a lot more than that. The downtown Milton area here is actually quite small and quaint. It's actually super adorable and is one of the oldest cities in Florida, having been incorporated all the way back in 1844. In the early days, the Blackwater River here served as transportation for timber, lumber, and bricks, and the word Milton is said to have come from the term or the word mill town, which shows the importance that milling and lumber and timber had on this area in the beginning. Now, you'll often find that cities sometimes have nicknames or little quirky things about them, and Milton is no exception. In fact, legend has it that this particular nickname comes from one of its most irritating features, and that is the briars and the brambles and the sand spurs and all the things that scratch you and stick to you when you're walking through the fields and along the waterways. And that term is scratch ankle. In fact, for many years, we had a scratch ankle festival, and it's just one of those fun, quirky things about Milton. Right now, we're in downtown Milton at the boardwalk along the Blackwater River. And the river actually gets its name from an old Muskogee word, oka lusa, which means water black. Despite its obvious darker color, it's actually some of the most pristine and pure water you will find in the country. People actually come from all over to see this winding, shallow, sandy bottom river. Now, you may be wondering, why is it so dark? Wouldn't that mean that it's kind of gross or weird? But actually, the darker color comes from the tannins from the vegetation along the shoreline and from the trees that drop into the river. So it's going to be a lot of the pine and a lot of the spruce and that sort of thing. The tannins actually dye the water like a tea. So despite its darker color, that's not from pollution or grossness at all. It's actually just from the plants and vegetation and can be quite healing, actually. Now, 2 separate fires almost destroyed the downtown area in Milton completely in 1885 and 1892, but an even worse fire came along in 1909 and destroyed pretty much everything that was left of the downtown Milton area. Now, the town did rebuild after those fires, and a lot of those early 1900s buildings can still be seen in the area, like the Imogene Theater, the old courthouse, and the Fisher and Hamilton building, which was actually constructed in 1877, and it is said to be the oldest brick building and the first brick building between Pensacola and Mariana. Speaking of old bricks, to our east here in the downtown Milton area, there is an old red brick trail that has been restored throughout time, and it runs for about 5 miles now. And it starts at Ward Basin Road and Highway 90 and runs eastward from there. Only part of it is now drivable, but it makes a great walking, hiking, and just sightseeing trail. And it's actually part of the Old Spanish Trail, which was the first paved road in Western Florida. Overall, the Milton area is quaint and picturesque with its historic buildings, local shops and cozy cafes. It makes a great place to take a stroll or shop for unique gifts or get a good bite to eat. We like to come down here and have a nice little picnic lunch. There's lots of places to do that along the boardwalk here. It also makes a great backdrop for photos. And if you ever come visit down here, hands down, you're probably going to see somebody taking prom photos or wedding photos or some kind of photos. There's also a lot of events that happen here. Like in the warmer months, you'll have bands on the Blackwater, which happens just behind me here every Friday night. And the Riverwalk Arts Festival, you have the Milton Christmas Parade, the Light Up Milton Parade, and the Milton Lighted Christmas Boat Parade. And yes, I know that's a lot of Christmas events. Milton is pretty big on Christmas events. While Milton itself is not located directly on the coast, it is just a short drive to some very popular beaches like Navarre Beach and Pensacola Beach. It's also the home of the Blackwater River State Forest, which affords some beautiful scenery and tons of activities like canoeing, tubing, fishing, hunting even, camping. I mean, there's so much to do. And it covers about 210,000 acres just east of where we are here at the boardwalk. There's also the Blackwater Heritage Trail, which is an 8.1 mile paved trail that runs from Highway 90 in the downtown Milton area here northward all the way up to Naval Air Station Whiting Field. Now, this trail is really fun because it's paved. It can be biked on, it can be hiked on, it can be walked on. You can take a stroller. So it offers up a lot of opportunity for a variety of different people and activities to hike the area. And there's a lot of shade and beautiful scenery. It goes past a lot of cool pastures with animals. It's just really fun. I used to take my kids on it all the time, especially when they were little and in strollers. It was a great way to work out with them. Now, we can't make a video about Milton as a history buff and not mention the Arcadia Mills historical site. In operation from the early to mid 1800s, Arcadia Mill utilized Pond Creek, which is actually a tributary of the Blackwater River, to generate power for a large sawmill and cotton textile mill. The property itself is about 42 acres, and it's going to take you through about 200 years of history. And it has a nice little hiking trail that has a boardwalk, so you're not having to walk through the marshy wetlands that's in the area. They also have a museum on the property, and I do believe that they're only open about 2 days a week at the moment, but it's just a really neat site. Along the trail that you can walk there, you can still see some remnants of an old dam that was built along the area, as well as some ruins from some older buildings. They've got the gift shop and the museum there, and they also now have a home that is sort of like a living history that is about 100 years old. And it's just a really cool place. You can take the kids. It's very family friendly. While there isn't much industry happening in the Milton area like there were in days past, it does offer the best of both worlds, the charm and tranquility of a small town with easy access to urban amenities and services in bigger cities like Pensacola. Thank you for sticking with me through another video. If you aren't subscribed yet, why the heck not? Go hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. And we would love to connect with you. We get calls from people like you all the time who are thinking about moving here or even getting stationed here. So you can send us a text, you can shoot us an email, or you can even schedule a Zoom call with us. What? We would love to see your face. But that's it for today. Until next time, bye-bye.